Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Dom here. This is sort of a channel update video. I know this is a thing the YouTubers do. Just to sort of like talk about like where the channel's at, where we think it's going to be going, and also to apologize for not having a video out last week. So last week I didn't put a video out primarily for like a very logistical reason, which is that the AC in my apartment was not working. This has been like an ongoing thing I've been dealing with at my place, and it's been really hot here where I live, and in the apartment it gets like comically hot, like hotter than you think an apartment would get, like hotter than like houses seem to get. And I just didn't want to make a video where I was like just like fucking melting. Like I'm a very large man, as you're obviously aware, and I was just like flop sweating at home, and I just didn't want to like record that, and like whatever movie I was planning to talk about just would have been like weird, just me like okay, and then oh god, and this movie like it was weird, so I didn't do it. But the truth is that was only kind of part of the reason I didn't put a video out last week. Part of the reason I didn't put a video out last week also is just I've been really burnt out. I've just been really tired, and I don't want to be like one of those people that just like projects all their personal stuff into their like content, because I know it can be kind of weird, like if people don't care about that type of shit, to like, hey, I'm here to watch movie reviews, now a guy's talking about like his personal life. I've been pretty burnt out. It's kind of twofold. Part of it is just that like on a very base level, like I suffer from depression, like I'm a very depressed person. And because I'm pretty outgoing and like I laugh a lot and stuff, and I'm pretty functional, it takes a lot for me to be able to convince people that like I'm as depressed as I am, because like I'm just like a bit much, I guess, in terms of like my like personality and stuff. So like people always think I may be just like kidding, or like be like doing that like depression meme thing that people do where they pretend like they're sad because like for clout or whatever, I don't know. But I've been like just super fucking not well, I guess, is the only way I can explain it. I've just been kind of going through some stuff, and I'm not at my best. And one of the reasons I started this YouTube channel is because I love movies and I love being a film critic, and I wanted a new avenue to do my criticism through, because oftentimes the process of sitting by myself after having watched a movie and having to write a review has just been a lot harder than it used to be. Like I used to be able to just crank out reviews like that. Like I love writing. But for a while now, it's just kind of not as enjoyable a process. Like I still do it. I still write reviews. If you guys follow me on Twitter or anywhere else, you see that I still write for Spectrum Culture, and I still put out stuff there, and I love those guys and love writing there. But it's not the same as it used to be for me. The actual act of writing a review has become more like work, more like an actual thing I have to like physically force myself to do. And oftentimes I'm reviewing movies I don't remotely care about or have any kind of passion for. And that's not fun, obviously. But I still like being a critic, and I still enjoy it. I wanted to just kind of diversify my output, and to me, the YouTube channel is something where I have like 100% control over like what I put out and when, and what I review and what I watch. Was like, seemed like it would be really good, and I've had a blast so far, man. Like I'm really enjoying doing this, and I love that I have this many people that watch these videos. Like that means like the world to me. I can't believe this many people are gonna sit and like watch me talk for this long every week. And then it's actually outside of my circle of immediate friends too, which is cool. Like total strangers apparently watch this. And you know, I'm grateful, and I love this platform, and I want to keep growing it and keep working at it. And the channel's not going anywhere, I guess. I'm not quitting or anything like that. It's just that like this summer I was not anticipating like going through. I guess so, I was not anticipating like what it would be like to maintain a YouTube channel about film criticism, where I would essentially be at the complete mercy of what movies came out. My day job is I manage a movie theater, and much of like the way business runs is like you look at the release schedule and you're like, okay, this week we're going to be busy, this week we're not going to be busy. You know, that like you're prognosticating box office figures and stuff. So it's kind of been strange to me that like my job is very stressful and exhausting, and then like the cycles of what movies are coming out that affect me at my day job, I sort of affect what kind of content I make here, because I've been, I think, a little bit too slavishly dedicated to like the release schedule, like just reviewing whatever is new, because I feel like if people want to watch these videos, they most likely want to see reviews of new release movies, of things that just came out. I've diversified things a little bit here and there, watching like, you know, like my Weird Lifetime video, or like just watching old stuff and things like that. But I've primarily just stuck to like, hey, a new big superhero movie, hey, a new big superhero movie, hey, a new big, you know, I've been doing a lot of kind of like, I guess, typical stuff. And like in the last couple of weeks, I've been like really overworked, like stressed and tired, and like anytime I sit down to like start figuring out content for like a movie or a topic or something, it just like was destroying me because I just couldn't think of like, I had no like opinions, I had no feelings about things. I watch a lot of movies. I am not as social as I used to be. Like I don't go out, I don't do a lot of things. I typically go to work and I come home and I watch movies. That's like essentially sometimes I watch wrestling, sometimes I read comics, but for the most part I'm either at work at a movie theater or I am at home watching movies. And I've been watching so much lately as like my only sort of like escapes form of self-care, I guess, that I've not even really been putting any care into what I watch. I'll just watch like anything. And the cool side of that is that I've watched more movies so far this year than I have since I was like in my early 20s. As the recording of this video, I've watched like 388 movies this year, which is like really cool. If you follow me on Letterboxd, like I review stuff there too, and like, you know, log what I watch. But without Letterboxd, I would not remember half of the things that I watched. Like a friend will be like, "What did you watch yesterday?" Like I was like, I have to look. Let me check the app because I really don't remember. Because like I'm just kind of like empty calorie consuming movies lately, and it's not really good because like one of the reasons over the last few years that I would watch a lot fewer movies than I used to in my early 20s is that anytime I watch a movie, I typically have to review it. So when you have to watch a movie, even if you enjoy it, having homework attached to it changes your relationship to movies. And my biggest concern when I started this channel was that I would become one of those critics who like starts to hate watching movies and like is always kind of full of like vitriol and anger and annoyance. And since I've been like logging everything that I review onto Rotten Tomatoes too, like I'll see like, you know, I'll scroll down and go, oh wow, the last 6 movies I watched I didn't care about, I didn't feel anything about, and my reviews are kind of pithy and kind of mean spirited or just passive, and like that's not how I see myself as a critic, and I don't want to be that kind of person. I don't want to contribute like nothing to the discourse other than like, that sucks or this sucks, this is cool. Like I hope that I can be someone who, when I talk about movies, I can actually like make people think and feel things, and make people see things differently, or make people seek things out that they would not otherwise seek out. Like that's kind of like my goal with criticism. I love movies and I care about them very deeply, and I want to share that passion with other people, and then kind of intermingle with their passions and like kind of get stuff going back and forth. And man, I have not been feeling that way the last couple of weeks. At all. And if any of the videos that I've put up have like not quite been your cup of tea, I apologize. If like I didn't seem to be maybe quite as engaged or something, like I don't know if it like came out or not, but like that's just kind of where I've been at. And I've been trying some new things to kind of change that a little bit, to like you know, mitigate. Like we've only been on this channel for 6 months, man. I don't want to like 6 months in already be like in the doldrums and like you know, having to like rebrand and stuff. But I have just been mentally like just nuked, just like totally fried. I've been trying to get that love back, man. I've been trying to get passionate about movies again. You know, one of the things about me is that I like movies. I love movies so much, but I like a lot of other things too. Like I also like pro wrestling. I love comics. Like I used to be really into television. I'm not so much anymore. I used to read more books than I do now. I don't read very often. I'm very ashamed of that. And I would take time out of the year to like just not do a thing. Like I would have a few months where all I did was read a million fucking comics because I love comics, and I wouldn't watch any movies. Or I'd go to, you know, things I have to review, I would go see, but I wouldn't watch any recreationally. Or you know, like I like really get into wrestling. I just watch like hours and hours of wrestling every week from different promotions, different countries, you know, and then not watch wrestling for like 6 months, and then watch lots of movies or something, you know. And this year I've been almost full steam ahead movies since like New Year's. Like I read comics still, I still watch wrestling, but I don't like rotate my interests as much as I used to. I've just been like really full bore with movies. And I like it. I don't want to stop that. I don't want to like not watch movies for a few months. Like every year, the last like 5 or 6 years I've done that. I just get sick of watching movies midway through the year. And I've realized that cycle is partially from just being a critic. Like when you watch a lot of new release movies, and like a lot of new release movies are just garbage, and you don't really watch older things or revisit your favorites and stuff as much, like if you don't do as much like recreational movie watching, then movies to you always seem like homework, you know. Like I'll have a week start off and look at my inbox and I'll have like 3 screeners I have to go through or something, and I'm like, I don't want to watch any of these movies. I'll put them off until like the last possible, whatever they're gonna like expire, and like when I have a deadline, like I'll put them off and I'll watch them like the last minute and then write a review about it. And I hate doing that. I always feel gross, like I'm still in school or something, you know. And I miss the feeling of being excited about like movies that are coming out. You know, there's not that many movies coming up that I'm like that stoked for, you know. And I'm thinking like, wow, we got like a whole 3 months, 4 months. What? It's August, so it's like 4 months left of the year. And there's going to be a lot of movies coming out at the end of the year, like tons of Oscar stuff. Like, screeners going to be coming left and right for me. I'm looking forward to that. But, like, the next few months, like, there's not, like, a ton of big movies coming out that, like, anyone's going to, like, be dying to see me review or something, you know? And there's going to be weeks where, like, you know, I don't go see anything good, or I have to review a movie or see something, and it's just not going to be worth making a video about. Like, you guys aren't going to want me to just put out, like, a 2-minute video where I'm like, hey, I saw this. It's fucking stupid. Bye. You know, like, I don't think that's what I'm really doing here. So I think I sort of just want to announce, like, going forward, we're probably going to have a lot, I'm saying we, like, it's just me. It's me and this tripod. No one else is here. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos that are not about new movies. Like, I'm still going to review certain new things. Next week's video will be about a new movie. And there are certain new movies coming up that people have already asked me if I'm going to review. And, like, if I've said yes, I stick to that. I'm going to review those movies. But there's going to be these off weeks, you know, looking at the calendar where I'm like, there's just nothing. So we're going to get a little more experimental around here. I'm going to get a little more experimental. Why am I still talking in, like, this weird royal we? And, I'm going to watch more old stuff or do more, like, you know, weird think PC topics and just talk about different stuff. So, like, the videos might get a little more experimental. That means some of them might suck, so I apologize in advance. Like, if I try something new, it doesn't work or whatever. But, like, if I try something new and you think it's dumb, you don't like it, tell me you think it's dumb and you don't like it. Like, I'm totally open to hearing that stuff. If there's stuff you'd love to see me talk about that I haven't talked about, do so. I definitely am going to be doing a video about David Lynch pretty soon, because that's a lot of people have asked me about that, and I've never been a David Lynch guy, so you're going to see me and my take on some of David Lynch's classics, and I'm probably going to be doing more things like that. One of the things that I've decided to start doing that's really been helping me out in terms of, like, remembering that I still love movies and making me excited about thinking about and talking about them is I've been doing, like, watch projects, kind of. Like, most of my friends that use Letterboxd and stuff all regularly get into, like, Letterboxd challenges and, like, ongoing things for the year and stuff. And, like, I never did that type of stuff because I hate feeling there's, like, a rubric. You know, like, in October, I'm going to watch a bunch of horror movies, but, like, I don't know that I'm going to follow, like, the Hooptober guidelines where I have to pick, like, one movie from the 60s and one from the 70s and, like, one from England and stuff. Like, I tried to do it last year, and, like, 4 days into it, I was just like, I'm just going to watch whatever the hell I feel like watching. I hate having guidelines. But this year, after I did the Black Bond video, I realized that, like, I had not seen, like, very many of the James Bond movies. Like, of all 24 of these movies, I'd seen maybe, like, 6 of them or something. So I went and watched all of them in order, from Connery all the way up to Craig. And it was, like, the most fun I have had in a long time. Maybe that sounds really pathetic, like, you sat in your bed and you watched, like, 20 Bond movies and that was more fun than you've had in a long... Yes, that's my life. That was the most fun I've had in a long time, and I enjoyed it. Every day I got to, like, watch a new one and talk to my friends about it. Friends have already seen these movies and stuff. I was very late to the James Bond fandom party, and it was a blast. I had so much fun. I loved it. And, like, I wrote little reviews of each one, like, right when the credits were over, so you get, like, my first fresh takes on the movies. And I don't know, I felt excited again. I felt, like, alive again, and a bunch of people were asking me, like, are you gonna make a video about it? And I was like, no, I am not. I realize that for me to enjoy what I'm doing and for me to enjoy movies the right way, I kind of have to find ways to create recreational film viewing for myself that's just for myself. And, like, I'll put little stuff on Letterboxd because it's less, like, formal and I can kind of goof around and whatnot and I don't have to feel, like, pressured. But, like, I sort of need that. Like, I needed the Bond project because it was something I was just doing purely for my own entertainment and to, like, escape. That was it. There was analysis and stuff, and I thought about it, and I had a lot of fun conversation with friends, but, like, it was just what it was. I didn't have to, like, follow up with a video or write, like, a real, like, you know, like, process review and stuff. I didn't have to pitch anything pieces to any editors and then just get ignored and, like, have to send them emails and them ignore me and, you know, that type of thing. Like, I was able to just, like, watch a bunch of movies and have a lot of fun and enjoy it, and then, like, it was over and it was cool. I was really sad when it was over because I was like, man, had so much fun watching all those movies. Even the ones I didn't like, I had fun doing it because it was just for fun. The analogy, I guess, is sort of like, I don't know, like if you're like a porn star and like you just like fuck all the time, like at work, the sex you have at home has to be different, right? Like you don't always want to film that or like cheat to the crowd, you know. Sometimes you just want to like make love, I guess. Like, this is such a stupid metaphor, but I guess like to me, like, you know, the Bond Watch project is like this, like the sex I have at home, and like, you know, my little letterbox reviews are like, I don't know, me doing like BTS teasers on my premium Snapchat. I don't know where this is going. This is a really weird metaphor, but yeah, like I've realized I need to give myself little things like that are just, you know what, movies, as much as it's like my day job, and as much as movies are like this side thing that I do, and as much as movies are like my film critic like life, like I have to have a part of movies that I keep for me. That's just stuff I'm doing for me. So like going forward, I'm gonna make much more of an effort to have like little projects for myself where I can watch movies and have fun and not have to like engage with discourse about them. And I think that's gonna really kind of help me out in the long run. I don't know. I just started a new project. But any of these projects I'm talking about, I'll start like actually tagging them like in like the video description so people can see what's going on if they don't use Letterboxd. I'll put the Bond one in there, like you can just see all the little Bond reviews I wrote. And I started a new one. I don't know if I could name for it really, but like I just decided to watch all of like Jean-Claude Van Damme and Steven Seagal's like early films in chronological order. Like so I'm just kind of going through their filmographies up until the points that they like fall off and stop being relevant, basically. And I'm like 8-9 movies deep, and it is like, oh, it is a blast. I'm having so much fun, dude. Like I love these two men and their movies, and just like 90s throwback action movies, and just like the genre and the way we used to make 90-minute movies about dudes beating the shit out of people and saving the day, and that was like enough. You know how good it feels to watch a 90-minute movie that has this much stuff happen in it, and then it's over? You know, it's not like 2 hours and 45 minutes, and then like it ends on a teaser, and you gotta sit through the credits to find out what's gonna happen next summer. Like, it is a godsend. And it's nourishing me in a way that I desperately need to be nourished right now. And it feels good, and I love it, and it's making me excited again, you know? So like, this week, I had like a couple of different things I could make a video about, and like every time I started to kind of outline them and think about it, I was like, just none of this is going to work this week, you know? Like, I could come on here and give you guys a video where I like compare the new Jacob's Ladder remake to the original, and like I hated the new movie, and I didn't even love the original that much either, and like, why would you want to listen to me talk about something that I don't give a shit about, you know? Like, spoiler alert, the new Jacob's Ladder fucking sucks, don't go see it. You know, or, you know, I was going to do something sort of about the Angel Has Fallen, the Has Fallen series, because I watched the new one and I really liked it. And I realized everything that I had to say about it, I basically said in like my Letterboxd review of the movies, so like that wasn't worthy of the video. I tried watching other stuff. There's a couple of movies that hit the internet recently. There are things I want to check out. Like, I haven't seen Last Black Man in San Francisco yet, and I kind of want to maybe review that, but like, I didn't feel like watching it. I had zero interest to like press play on that movie. And I'm like, you know what, if I don't even want to start the movie, why would I want to make content about something I don't want to do, you know? So, I didn't want to have a whole nother week without giving you guys like a new video. Like, I didn't like a whole second week, I think would be really gross. I want to be consistent and put out reliable content and like stuff. But I didn't want to lie, and I didn't want to like make something shitty on purpose, basically, just to fill a hole. So I'm just being upfront here and just kind of doing this like check-in thing and talking about where I'm at and where I'm at with movies and where movies are at with me. And that's kind of it. I do want people, like, if you watch these videos and you like them or you care about the channel like at all in any way, even if it's only like 10%, like the kind of stuff you want to see. I mean, I'm not trying to like just farm out, like, you guys figure it out. I don't want to do any of the work. It's not that. It's just more like, you're going to be watching this stuff, so, you know, if you want to see me do more old movies and stuff like that, or not new things, or talk about like franchises and things like that, if you guys want me to do like more listicles, like I can kind of do that. I had a lot of fun doing the one with the Batman actors, and not a lot of great engagement on that one, but I had a blast. And And, you know, like that, like stuff like that. I kind of want to know what people actually want to see. Next week, I definitely am reviewing the only movie that comes out next week. Even though I actually don't really want to see it, I am gonna watch it and review it because I'm curious. So that one will be like legit. But the weeks after that, you're probably gonna see some other odd stuff. Like I'm definitely gonna do that David Lynch video in the next few weeks. There's other stuff I've been kind of thinking about doing that I'm probably gonna do that I hadn't been doing before because it was like, oh, I could do this weird idea I have, or I gotta talk about the new Spider-Man. What happens if I don't do that? You know, I'm gonna try to be a little more honest to myself and try to make videos about things I actually give a shit about, and not find myself in a trap where every 3 weeks I have a new video about how I hate Disney or something. Like, I don't want to become that guy. You're definitely still going to get some Disney hate in some of these videos. Don't get me wrong. But I want to at least not always just be, like, hopping on whatever the trend is or whatever I think is going to, like, get the most engagement. Like, I think it'll be better in the long run if I talk about what I want to actually talk about. Yeah. Just to be more honest with you guys. You know, like, this here. With us, to be more real, and I hope you guys respect that and like that. And if you don't, it's totally cool. I mean, you guys hate this video and you think it's like a lazy upload, you can totally hit the thumbs down button. I'll respect that as well. But that's where we're at. So next week, new actual movie review of a brand new movie that I'm hoping does not make me want to blow my brains out. And then the week after that, probably something a little different. The week after that, something else a little different. We'll see. I want to have some fun here, guys, and I want you guys to have fun too. So thank you again so much for subscribing, if you've subscribed, or watching any of these videos, if you've ever shared a video with your friend, if you've ever left a comment, if you've ever just told me, hey, I saw you have a YouTube channel, good job, guy. Like, any small modicum of support has meant so much to me, and I love it, and I'm going to keep doing it, and next week we'll kind of be a little more back to normal. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys have a good weekend. There's like nothing of substance out of the theaters this weekend, so like if you go to the movies to see something that's already out, I don't think anything new is watchable, really. Just throwing that out there for you guys. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you are subscribed, please hit the bell icon so you get notifications for when I do put out new videos. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you hate it, give it a thumbs down. And like I asked before, just leave comments about what your thoughts are, what you'd like to see. I am super open to that sort of thing. Yeah, have a great day, guys. Bye.